Tom and I always wanted to add a family room to our home and have a real fireplace, but we never seemed to have the money for it.
Now that we have a personal line of credit from Chrysler First, the money's available to do the things we really want to do.
A lot of my customers want to finance their purchases. I need a finance company I can rely on for quick service. That's why I depend on the folks at Chrysler First.
Hi, we have nearly 2,000 dealers all over the country that sell our boats. Chrysler First Commercial Corporation created a captive financing company for us so we can offer inventory financing to all our dealers. Thanks to Chrysler First, our sales and our profits are way up.
I heard about this great piece of investment property that was too good to pass up. With a loan from Chrysler First Business Credit, I was able to take advantage of it while it was still available.
When these people needed a reliable source for financial services, they called Chrysler First. Because at Chrysler First, we put the customer first. Our professional team serves the financial needs of individuals and businesses throughout the United States and parts of Canada. Chrysler First is a subsidiary of Chrysler Financial Corporation, one of the largest, fastest growing, and most diversified non-bank financial services companies in North America. Chrysler Financial is an independent operating unit of Chrysler Corporation. Chrysler First has been a part of the Chrysler family since November of 1985, but the company's association with the automobile industry goes back much further. In fact, it was because of the need for new car financing that the company was formed. In 1933, during the midst of the Great Depression, a man named Francis Reed Wills founded the General Acceptance Corporation in Allentown, Pennsylvania, to finance automobiles for car dealers in eastern Pennsylvania. Despite the economic climate, General Acceptance Corporation, or GAC, thrived, and by the end of the 30s, GAC was recognized as a leading regional automobile financing firm. At that time, the company also began making direct loans to individuals. GAC continued to add new services and new branches, and it evolved into a leading diversified financial services company. In 1970, the company name was changed to GAC Finance. By that time, GAC ranked as one of the 10 leading independent finance firms in the United States, and it became known as the company that put a jingle in everyone's pocket.
Harry, my truck's making noises.
That's my GAC jingle. I applied for a loan at GAC Finance. GAC put a jingle in my pocket.
I wish I could get a loan.
Well, I was worth more money at GAC than I thought. I bet you'd be too.
That jingle sounds great.
That's not my jingle. That's the truck.
I need a loan.
Let GAC put a jingle in your pocket.
In 1974, GAC Finance became a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank America Corporation and changed its name to Finance America.
A few years ago, this town didn't have a Leone car wash, and Mr. Jensen, he had a camper so old it wasn't worth washing. Of course, there was no Finance America here then. When we came to town, folks came to us. They heard Finance America invests in people. Looks like our investments paid off. For the Leones, for the Jensens, and for us. Because we do well with our money when you do well with our money. Finance America. We invest in you.
The company continued to thrive into the 1980s. Its outstanding performance made it the perfect choice when Chrysler Financial Corporation began looking for another company to join its growing family of financial services companies. Finance America became a part of the Chrysler family on November 22, 1985.
Now, actually, when we started out with this project, Iacocca authorized us to submit a bid of $200 million, which was about equal to book value. But we then told him this was headquartered in Allentown, about 1 mile from his mother's house, and he said, double the bid. That's how we're here tonight. But The fact that it took $405 million, or more than double the book value of this company, to buy it in a bidding contest that had a lot of other suitors says one thing. It says that you people as a team are worth more than double the book value on paper of this company, and I salute you.
But we started, though, with financial services. Maybe it's that Depression-era mentality, but growing up in Allentown during the 30s, that's when I grew up, I remember that nobody in town had any money. My family didn't, except a couple of banks in town, the Merchants, and I think it was First National, and a little outfit called the General Acceptance Corporation. So when Steve Miller said that GAC was for sale, but by then it was called FinanceAmerica, I told him to go grab it. Now, I got to depart here. Steve is tight with a buck, you know. But he's a little loose with the truth now and then. I heard he'd been spreading this story that I told him when he came with the bid on the company to double the bid. And the reason he gave was I wanted to get back to Allentown to visit my mother more often. Now that's baloney, of course. That's absolutely ridiculous. That didn't happen. We just don't make decisions that way at the new Chrysler Corporation. And besides, we paid $405 million for it, and my mother told me I shouldn't have gone a dime over 400. Now, I have known Chrysler First for a long time, starting in the Depression years, believe it or not. But mostly I knew the company from my early days at Ford, when I used to call on Francis Wills and his kid, and I used to go to them to get financing for my dealers in the eastern states. So Chrysler First goes back further than anybody in the room when it comes to automobile financing. But ironically, that's not why we bought it. We wanted to get involved in direct consumer lending other than cars, and we were lucky because the Allentown team we thought was not only the best in the business, but it also happened to be available.